Hello foodie friends, we're back again with a little mystery recipe from my grandmother's collection, and this time we're gonna kind of take a trip back to the 70s and make us some fondue. Now I've only had fondue a couple of times. I've only made it once at home. I did one time go to the restaurant Stock Pot and have some fondue there, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. And I actually went and found a fondue set for myself, made it one time and never did it again. Not because I didn't like it, but I guess because we just didn't really know how to fit it into our whole regular routine. So we ended up getting rid of that fondue set, which is why I have this little setup right here. But I think it's gonna work the same. We're gonna make it regardless. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome. The recipe looks good, and I kinda can't wait to try it. So let's go ahead and get cooking. Pause here to write down what you'll need to follow along. Now before we get started on the fondue, I thought it might be kind of fun to go ahead and cube my sourdough bread, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven and toast it for a little bit. I don't know why, but that just seems like it would be a little bit tastier. So that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. And if you make too many cubes and you can't eat it all for the fondue, then at least you can kind of have some really good croutons for your salads. Now I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil on them, toss to coat, and then I'll put these in the oven and broil them for a short time. So while I've got my bread kind of toasting in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and dump all of our ingredients in this one pot and let that start to melt. So we've got our cheddar cheese soup. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in first. Next, we've got our French onion dip. I've actually never had this dip, but it smells amazing. Now we've got our dried mustard. And I'm gonna go ahead and give that a quick stir before I add in the blocked cheese. And now we have the 4 ounces of extra sharp cheddar. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grate this before I add it in there. I just got the block because it happened to be on sale, and I thought, I can just go ahead and shred it myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll add it to this pot. Okay, so I've got my shredded cheese now. We add that in there, and I'm gonna go ahead, it just says to do 2 dashes of cayenne pepper. So I'm just going to go ahead and just take maybe 2 pinches. I don't know, that doesn't seem like a whole lot. Let's do 1 more. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Now we're just gonna stir this in here, wait for this cheese to melt, and then we're gonna be ready to try this. Okay, so this looks really good. It smells really good too.
Oh yeah, it smells really good.
Now we went really traditional, bread and apples. Now the apple I waited to the last minute of this being ready, and then I tossed it with a little bit of lemon juice just so you don't get the browning effect. But feel free to use stuff like cubed ham, chicken, other kinds of vegetables, because I mean, like the Stock Pot, they kind of go crazy with what they serve.
Pot.
Oh, melting pot. This whole time I've been seeing the Stock Pot, which is actually a store kind of near us, which is one of my favorite stores, so that's why I got that confused. But so sorry, melting pot. Okay, which makes so much more sense than Stock Pot being a fondue place. Okay, so melting pot. Okay, anyway, yeah, I'm sure you could get some really good ideas from them. But let's go ahead and try. I'm gonna try the bread first.
Yeah, I was wanting to too.
Ready?
Wow.
Okay. That is really good.
It's like, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a really good like nacho cheese dip.
Yeah.
But with a little bit more savory and a little bit less spicy, so to speak.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Well, the dried mustard, I think really, I was really excited to put dried mustard in there, and I'm not really sure why. But for some reason, I thought, oh, this is going to make it really good. I think it did.
Oh, yeah. It is very, very good.
The French onion dip, which I've never tried it. So, because we don't really eat a lot of chips and dip.
Right.
So it's not really kind of like a thing we do. But the French onion dip, that really, I mean, it's kind of like a French onion soup added to a chip. I mean, it's really good. Yeah. Okay, now let's try our apple. Okay, I like it with the apple too because you get the first hint of savory and then right at the end, your mouth bursts with some sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like more of a palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's really good. So kudos to this. Now, I actually asked my mom about this recipe, and it does turn out that the person who wrote their name to this, and it is typed on a typewriter, by the way, not a word processor. I mean, like, you know, actual oldie, typewriter. Yeah. So this is an oldie. But this woman did actually work with my grandmother when my grandmother was working at the Wyandotte Hospital. So, but oddly enough, Mom doesn't remember Mamaw actually making this. So
just a collection. No.
We think it was just a thing, yeah, to add to her collection. So I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, I don't remember it either. I mean, as a child, you know, I mean, I was born in 81 and I spent a ton of time at my grandmother's house. I don't remember this ever being like a thing that we did.
Fondue isn't something we make all the time either.
No,
like,
it's kind of inconvenient.
Yeah. It's kind of an odd thing, but this, honestly, I would say this particular one would make an excellent like nacho cheese dip or
yeah,
for chips,
yes,
or would make just a good like
just a party food. I think because if you have, and I do have one of those little single or two single servings crock pots, like the little ones.
Oh, yeah.
And so I don't know why I didn't use the crock pot for that. I like got this whole contraption ready and I just opened my cabinet and I was like, oh, hey, and there's that crock pot. But you could make that for this crock pot, take it to someone if you're invited to a party, plug it in, have some little things, you know, like this ready to eat, add some meats and stuff like that. I mean, I would think this would be probably gone before some of the other stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's very good.
Yeah, because this is awesome.
And I don't know of anybody that doesn't like a cheese dip.
Oh, yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, for me, like fondue, you don't necessarily have to have the whole fondue set.
Right.
Like we used to, but it's so, like, irritating to store and stuff like that, you know, when you don't use it very often, which we didn't.
No.
So we just ended up kind of like, you know, well, we've already got pots. Why do we need a fondue set? Yeah. But anyway, this is so good. Yeah. The French onion dip and the dried mustard and the pinch of cayenne. That really, I think, sent this just perfect.
Like, I would actually, like...
I want to eat more.
I know. Instead of ever going to the store and buying, like, a nacho cheese sauce, I would just make this again.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine.
You could store it in the fridge and use it as a cheese dip of any sort. You
know,
heck yeah. It works really good for anything.
I mean, like I say, you don't just have to do this. I mean, you know. But, okay, so... Really, this has been 5 recipes that we tried from Grandmother's recipe collection. And so far, all 5 of them have been really, really good.
Surprisingly, like, I mean, like, not that she wouldn't have recipes that are
right,
really
but
good.
she didn't try all of them,
Right,
so she didn't
even
really
try 'em.
know.
Of
She
them are
collected
just, like,
a lot of
stuff
them.
that,
Yeah.
Hey, this is a neat idea, and then
Yeah, and
it,
then
you
we
know what I
never
mean?
did it. Yeah.
Never knew, but it actually really was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, this has been awesome.
Yeah.
So it's been a really fun look into her collection and just pulling out recipes from the decades,
Yeah.
you know, that might have got forgotten and shoved into the background kind of thing. So really enjoyed it. And this is something that we might actually do again.
Oh, yeah.
Because I really enjoyed, because believe me, she has way more than what we just like showcased for this time.
We're never going to run out.
No, we could actually
we could do a recipe every day for like
years. We could have based this entire channel just on all of her recipe collection.
Recipes, yeah.
And it would have been years and years worth of like YouTube content.
Yeah.
So like that. But we're actually going to take a little bit of a break from, you know, some of her recipes. And we're going to return to something that was popular in the past. And I actually had some more cookbooks that went along in this genre that I've been kind of saving for the right time. And I think now is the time to go ahead and unleash more. And the only hint I'll give is that we're going to turn a little bit back to our literary roots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
So thank you for watching this week. Really hope you enjoyed it. Try this. It's awesome. And just keep it on hand. And my gosh, it'll probably be gone within, what, a day or two?
Oh, yeah.
I know. It's not going to stick around for long at all. No. And also stay tuned for next week because we're going to start a really fun series I think that you're really going to enjoy. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for future videos. In the meantime, here are 2 videos you may enjoy. Thanks for watching.